Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Danny Show. I'm your host, Daniel Cody, giving you commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. Thank you guys so much for joining. Let's get started with my review of WrestleMania Sunday. Today is going to be a busy day if you're a fan of, if you follow me, because I'm reviewing what happened last night while preparing to see what's going to happen tonight on the Raw after WrestleMania. Who's going to show up? So let's talk about last night or yesterday afternoon, because if you are a West Coast person, you know that the time range is very different, which is why if you notice whenever we go to California or Las Vegas or even Phoenix, if you saw 2010, you notice that while it is 8, 9 and dark, while it is dark from 7 to 11 on the East Coast, it's still broad daylight by 5 o'clock over there when it's 8 where you are. I know as someone who has lived on the East Coast. Now, let's get down to business. Another great opening. First off, Bianca had a really good entrance along with her stepdaughter. I thought that was really cool. Of course, Rhea Ripley, cool entrance, cool gothic attire. Io Sky. Unfortunately for Bianca Belair, she will not be in the same category as The Undertaker, so she will not be undefeated anymore, as she not only lost but took the pinfall. And I noticed that fans are starting to go against Bianca. I guess it's because they love when you have a both these guys type of match. And last Saturday was a both these guys type of match until Seth did what he did, although that was still match of the night. But it was, to me, a both these gals match. Of course, fans gravitating more towards Io and Rhea than Bianca. Nonetheless, great triple threat matches. A lot of threesomes going around Las Vegas. I'm noticing that. But this is another great three-way dance that Io Sky won, and I'm very happy for Io Sky. She will no longer be overlooked. I got a feeling that Bianca is about to go to the sour side. Speaking of turns, the fans are about to turn Simp 19 Dom into a babyface. And if I tell you guys what, if Simp 19 Dom goes face for real, I'll call him Dominic. I will. You heard it from me. I will call him Dominic when he goes face and reconciles with his father. That's when I will start calling him Dominic. But for now, as far as I'm concerned, he will always be known to me as Simp 19 Dom. Nonetheless, congratulations, Simp 19, for winning the Intercontinental Championship and actually getting an ovation from the fans. I guess because the fans have someone else to boo so loud they can't talk, that being the New Day, I guess fans decide, hey, I'm going to go on and like Dominic Mysterio. So, pretty good stuff. By the way, I really thought, and this is why I don't gamble, that Braun Breaker was going to win. Nonetheless, by the way, Braun Breaker spearing Carlito through the announce table like that was crazy. But nonetheless, it was Dominic who won the match. But by the way, he didn't pin Braun Breaker. Also, we thought we were going to get a Happy Judgment Day with Raquel and Liv Morgan in Red Judgment meeting against Lyra Valkyria. But who was the surprise partner since Bayley was attacked? What's with all the strange attacks in the women's division? I don't get it. Nonetheless, the partner for Lyra is Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria are now the women's tag team champions, and Lyra is now 2 belts for Kira. Just saying. But what's with all the female attacks backstage? I don't get it. So sorry, not a completely happy day for the Judgment Day. Good one. I know who did have a pretty happy day. Drew McIntyre. And it's about time Drew was happy. I mean, Drew was so happy he was giving a selfie while wrestling. That's crazy. Nonetheless, by the way, Damian Priest had a great entrance. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley need to go back to having nighttime entrances. Now, it's daytime on the West Coast, so where it's 7 o'clock on the East Coast, it's 4 o'clock when they start on the West Coast, so it's still broad day in the afternoon. But when we get to the East Coast, we need to put Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley on night so that we can get the fullness of the dark, dim light entrances that they have. That's what I want to see. Of course, I'm a huge fan of The Undertaker, much like Damian Priest, but being an Undertaker fan worked against him when he went through the tables, then got Claymored with a chair, and then Drew McIntyre wins. Finally, Drew McIntyre can stop fussing and complaining. So I'm actually happy for the guy. Great entrance, by the way. And guitars. Moving forward. Also, let's go to Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Obviously, I was rooting for AJ Styles to win. I think, me personally, AJ Styles really should have taken the brass knucks and knocked Logan Paul out and given him a taste of his own medicine. I mean, Cross, it's one of those cases where Cross was right. Yes, I'll say it. Cross was right. And thanks to AJ Styles not listening, Cross got knocked out. Logan Paul wins, and now Logan Paul is going to be anything but humble. Randy Orton and Joe Hendry. I was very happy to see Joe Hendry as the special opponent. However, I thought the match could have been a little more epic in my personal opinion, but I'm very happy that Randy Orton had a match at WrestleMania, at his 20th WrestleMania, which is why I have him up there for display. And of course, I just wish it could have been a lot more epic than what we saw. It was so quick. And Joe Hendry, let me just say this. When will we learn not to play with Randy Orton? There's 2 people you don't play with, Jada Parker and Randy Orton. When you have Randy Orton down, you don't pose for the camera, because as God is my witness, when Joe Hendry posed for the camera and did this, I said, RKO's about to come, RKO's about to come, and out of nowhere, phew, RKO comes. I knew that was going to happen. And of course, I thought it was very hilarious when Randy Orton did his own Joe Hendry pose with an RKO twist. I thought that was hilarious. Of course, Randy Orton is on the poster of Backlash, which is coming soon, in his hometown, by the way. I don't know who his opponent's going to be. Of course, it might be the guy standing next to him, John Cena. What if that works out? Now, John Cena plans on ruining wrestling, but it doesn't seem like he's doing it because everyone was actually rooting for John Cena tonight. And sorry that Mama Rose and the family had to witness that. Speaking of family, I thought it was a very wholesome moment to have Becky Lynch bring her daughter onto the press conference post-show. I thought that was a very nice, heartwarming moment. Everyone, say hello to Becky Lynch's daughter. Be nice. When she says hello, everyone, say hello back, guys. Be nice. Let's give the kid a memory. But at least everyone there was nice, and I hope Seth Rollins stomped that skunk. But in any event, For those of you who don't know, apparently Becky Lynch and Becky's daughter had an issue with a skunk. Hopefully, Seth Rollins stomped on the skunk. Well, I'm sorry. I don't endorse violence towards animals. I'm somewhat of an animal lover myself, so I don't want to say that. Sorry, Lord, forgive me. Guys, I'm sorry. Just get the skunk out before he makes everyone stink. But in any event, moving forward to the main event, we had John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. And of course, The Rock, for whatever reason, was not here in Las Vegas at all. Thankfully, Stone Cold Steve Austin was there to announce the attendance. I do find it hard to believe, much like Stone Cold before I get into the main event, I do find it hard to believe that in that huge arena, only 63,000 people, were there. I do find that hard to believe. I do. Just like I would find it hard to believe. I would find it hard to believe that SoFi Stadium of 2 years ago did not break the record of Dallas in 2016. Do you see how huge SoFi Stadium is? Come on. But back to Stone Cold Steve Austin, I have to agree. I think there's more than 63,000 people in that arena. Great to see Stone Cold Steve Austin, though, by the way, who resides in Las Vegas, for those of you who don't know. But back to the main event, the fans gravitated towards John Cena, even though John Cena turned on them and promised to ruin pro wrestling. We saw Travis Scott come out to the ring and get obliterated by Cody Rhodes, which the people actually enjoyed. They popped when he came out and then popped when he got dropped. Very interesting. Nonetheless, due to John Cena fighting dirty and Cody Rhodes refusing to take the shot, I think if I didn't know any better, I would have thought John Cena was mocking the late Bray Wyatt with the way he was begging. Now, Bray Wyatt dared him to hit him with the chair. John Cena begged Cody not to hit him with the chair, and Cody Rhodes chose to do the right thing. Cena did not. Cena wins and has broken the record and is now 17-time world heavyweight champion, overcoming the record of Ric Flair. Now, John Cena is back to GOAT status, so there's no telling what's going to go down in the future, but I can't wait to see what happens tonight on Monday Night Raw, so stay tuned to the All Things Wrestling review, and I will see you guys tonight, Lord willing, from Monday Night Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania, one of the most important Raws of the year. So I'll see you tonight, if fate and Lord willing. Have a safe afternoon, everyone.